the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, sources say, tried to reach Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the shortage of medical oxygen and the drug for COVID-19 treatment, Remdesivir, today. But he was told that the Prime Minister is on a visit to pole-bound West Bengal. That's what sources have said. Now, after that, we are seeing that there's been a response coming in from central ministers. We have Piyush Goyal, who has immediately tweeted saying that we're saddened to see the office of Uddhav Thackeray's gimmicks on oxygen. The government of India, with all stakeholders, is ensuring maximum oxygen production in India. We are currently producing 110% of oxygen generating capacity and diverting all available oxygen from industrial use to medical use. We've also had Dr. Harsh Vardhan, the health minister, then tweeting in the last hour or so, saying that he has spoken to the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. He has assured him of adequate and uninterrupted supply of medical oxygen and all possible support of healthcare infrastructure, medicines and therapeutics. Additional 1,121 ventilators are also being rushed to them given the surge in cases. So that was the health minister picking up the phone to talk to the Maharashtra Chief Minister. Meanwhile, the state's Minority Affairs Minister Nawab Malik has claimed that the centre is now holding back on Remdesivir for Maharashtra. Listen in.
देश में कोरोना के मामले 2 लाख से अधिक हर दिन आ रहे हैं। महाराष्ट्र में भी 60-62 हजार का आंकड़ा है। महाराष्ट्र में और देश में ऑक्सीजन की किल्लत है, साथ ही साथ रेमडेसिविर की दवाओं की भी किल्लत हो गई है। हमें लगता है ये रवैया घातक है। देश में लोग दवा बिना मर रहे हैं। 20 लाख इंजेक्शन एक्सपोर्ट नहीं हो सकते, कोई पॉलिसी सरकार नहीं बना पा रही है। महाराष्ट्र सरकार खरीदना चाहती है तो बेचने वालों को रोका जा रहा है। हमें लगता है ये कौन सा रवैया केंद्र की सरकार अपना रही है? क्या ये भेदभाव का रवैया है? क्या महाराष्ट्र में रहने वाले भारत में हैं कि नहीं, ये केंद्र की सरकार को बताना पड़ेगा।
All right, let's go across to Priyanka Chaturvedi, Rajya Sabha MP with the Shiv Sena, spokesperson for the Shiv Sena, joining us now. Ms. Chaturvedi, the health minister seems to be doing some crisis management to diffuse the situation, picking up the phone personally to speak with the Maharashtra Chief Minister. But what actually happened when the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray tried reaching Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the phone? Was it earlier today?
You'll have to repeat your question because there was some internet issues, I think. So if you could just repeat your question.
Could you
briefly?
just tell us what happened? When did the Chief Minister try to reach out to Prime Minister Modi and what happened?
No, I think it is pretty apparent as per the news reports that when the Chief Minister reached out to the office, he was told that any decision is pending simply because he's electioneering. He had to go to West Bengal for his rallies, which were decided on an earlier date. However, what we need to understand is the urgency of the issue. Maharashtra has been repeatedly bringing to the fore the vaccination shortage, oxygen shortage, as well as a shortage of Remdesivir and how Remdesivir is being sold in black. And there are also different state governments, and I will not name those states, who are not allowing the sale of Remdesivir but are sending these Remdesivirs to those states which are the BJP governed states. So we need to be absolutely clear about these priorities. When the center is controlling everything under the Epidemic Act, then why is it that we see non-BJP parties facing a shortage while BJP-ruled parties are the states are getting all the preferential treatment?
Priyanka Chaturvedi, that's a very strong allegation, and there are two separate issues over here, and I want to get to the second one too. But first, let me just finish the other important point. Are you then confirming, can you confirm as spokesperson of the Shiv Sena that the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, the state facing the worst COVID surge, was told that he cannot speak to the Prime Minister because the Prime Minister is on a visit to a poll-bound state, is campaigning in a state election?
So, firstly, I don't even need to be a spokesperson of a party to confirm something like this. It is pretty apparent that the Prime Minister is busy campaigning in West Bengal. He has 6 public rallies which he is addressing today. And at the same time, it is also a given fact that the Chief Minister has been writing to the Prime Minister on various issues that we have been facing. We have also got inputs from the Prime Minister himself, whether it was about Hampton Institute getting the permissions to produce vaccines, make vaccines, as well as when the Chief Minister had spoken about anyone above 45 years of age should be eligible for vaccines. We've also got positive responses. However, this is where the current status is, that while we are prioritizing healthcare for all, and we are prioritizing all the shortages that we face, and dealing with the Prime Minister.
You are
Prime Minister
clarifying,
involved in
giving us the full picture that you
rally.
have gotten responses from the Prime Minister before. In this case, in this particular situation, right now where we stand, where India is facing over 2 lakh cases for the 3rd straight day, that call, the PM was not available. Priyanka Chaturvedi, last question on this matter before I move on. The Prime Minister has not until now returned that call because according to sources, the PMO said that the call will be returned at some point.
So we'll wait for the call. However, the health minister, as he has tweeted, he has reached out. Let me tell you one more important thing here. And we need to keep in mind that if there was any, wrong part to the story, the Bharatiya Janata Party and all its cabinet ministers who are now more troll ministers, less cabinet ministers, would have gone all out in attack, except for the railway minister, who also represents Maharashtra in the Rajya Sabha, who went on an all-out attack, but the health minister intervened, and the health minister has reached out, very categorically showing that there was discrepancy in what they're committing to the state and what they're delivering to the state.
All right, and now I want to move on to the other point that you've raised, that your, the other minister, the Minority Affairs Minister of the state, Nawab Malik, has raised. Mr. Malik has claimed, and you have said that here on the show, that the centre is holding back on Remdesivir for Maharashtra. That is a serious allegation. Do you have more to back this up?
No. I did not say it is the state, it is the center. It is some states where Remdesivir is being produced and where the FDAs are involving themselves and asking them not to be sold to other states. And it is going to be used only in their state and used for their trade. And who are they trading with? They are trading with political, where their political affiliations are in government. So that is what is wrong, inherently incorrect. And what Mr. Nawab Malik has categorically said is that 16 companies which are exporting and whose exports have been put on hold are being told not to sell to Maharashtra, otherwise their licenses will be cancelled. What kind of behavior is this? Are we some enemy nation? I mean, just because you don't have a government in the state, BJP is not in the government here, does not mean that you will have this kind of discrepancies or this kind of divisiveness among states as well. This does not work. When you are centrally governing and controlling and regulating everything, and this does not work. You do not pitch one state against the other. Nowhere in the world this is happening. Only in India we see one state fighting another.
Ashutosh Srivastava joins us, a political analyst and advocate with the Supreme Court, pro-BJP, Mumbai-based. Ashutosh Srivastava, you reside in Mumbai, so you know what the ground situation is, what the situation on the ground is. Your response to what Ms. Chaturvedi has just said?
Yes, see, first of all, I am just a lawyer. I don't represent any political party as such. What I would like to say
support
here
the BJP.
Yes, but
yes,
I'm not belonging
so
to any political party
context.
as such. But I just want to say one thing, that since this COVID situation is very bad everywhere, especially Mumbai and in Maharashtra and also the other parts of the country, we are all seeing even the dead bodies are being in the queue. The situation really is very bad. So whether it's a state government or the central government, I think their focus should be how to tackle with this kind of a situation. And we can see that most of the political parties, they are involved into the elections here and there. I feel that all the attention now should be given, to the people of this country, how these people can be protected, what actions should be taken by the government, and instead of blaming the central government to the state government to the central government to the state government, this is what is not required in the country at present. People want some sort of solution to what they are facing. Yes.
All right. But I'm just going to read out two tweets that have come out, one from the health minister and one from, before that, Mr. Piyush Goyal. So you had Mr. Piyush Goyal tweeting saying, let me just pull that up for a second here, calling this a gimmick by the Maharashtra government, saying that the centre is ensuring maximum oxygen production. Nobody's disputing that, but he has called this a gimmick. He said Maharashtra so far received the highest quantity of oxygen in India, and the centre is in touch with state governments to assess their needs. Then about an hour later, we hear the health minister tweeting with a very different tone, trying to calm tempers. But he tweets saying, I have reassured Uddhav Thackeray, the office of Uddhav Thackeray, of adequate uninterrupted supply of medical oxygen and all possible support of healthcare infrastructure. Additional 1,121 ventilators are also being rushed to them given the surge in cases. So, Mr. Srivastava, going by the health minister's tweet, is that an admission that yes, there was a shortage both of medical oxygen and of ventilators?
Yes, see, I mean, you know, a health minister holding such an important position, and when he is tweeting it publicly, so obviously he would be making some sensible and responsible statement to the people of this country.
But
and when he's saying that
contradicts what Piyush Goyal was saying.
Yes, there could be some miscommunication between both of them. There could be, you know, every time we don't see the exact figures and we, speak out, there could be some this thing, but as he's taking the responsibility.
You reside in Mumbai. You know what the situation is on the ground. Would you agree with Mr. Piyush Goyal that this is a gimmick? When the Maharashtra government says that there's a shortage of remdesivir, a shortage of medical oxygen supplies? That's a gimmick?
See, we have been, even in the past, we have seen whenever there is such kind of a situation, it always happens that the state blaming the center and the center blaming the state. This is what we have seen as of now.
But as I said,
minister. Yes. So there is, if state is saying something and the center is saying something else. So, one has to then give the evidences of what has been done.
The health minister has also responded. These are two central ministers who have responded very differently to what the chief minister's request has been for medical help, infrastructural help.
I think whatever help is required to be given, whether it is, the BJP governed state or any other governed state, I think all the states should be treated equally. And whatever is the requirement of each and every state, that should be tried to be fulfilled. I know that it is very difficult to fulfill the entire requirement because this is something, a new kind of a pandemic which we all have faced suddenly. So
not so suddenly, sir. It's been a year. We're in the second phase. Not so suddenly at all. We've been in this for a whole year. But I think the point that Priyanka Chaturvedi will agree with you on is the main takeaway from your last answer should be that all states should be treated equally, which is what Priyanka Chaturvedi has been saying all along. Thank you so much, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Ashutosh Srivastava, for joining us.